Today, John Smith. In the spring of 1607, a group of English settlers reached North America after almost 5 months at sea. Exhausted by the long voyage, they landed on a small, uninhabited island in Virginia off the coast of the Chesapeake Bay. The small colony they built there, the first permanent English settlement in the New World, they named Jamestown, after King James I of England. One of the best-known leaders of the Jamestown expedition was Captain John Smith. He lived 1580 to 1631. He was a 27-year-old adventurer and soldier of fortune who had fought as a mercenary in several European wars before signing up for the English mission to Virginia. Courageous and headstrong, Smith took charge of the colony for much of the next 2 difficult years, before an injury from a gunpowder explosion forced him to return to England in 1609. Conditions for the settlers at Jamestown, who were surrounded by Native Americans, were arduous. During the first winter in Virginia, many of the 108 colonists died from disease or Indian attack. A primitive wooden stockade built around the settlement did not halt the attacks. Smith himself was captured by the Indians that winter and held hostage for about a month before he was released. For the next year, Smith tried to impose discipline on the dysfunctional colony. Many men in the group, the members of which had come to Virginia seeking riches, considered themselves English gentlemen and hadn't expected to labor in the New World. Smith put an end to their pretensions, famously declaring that he who does not work will not eat. After Smith's departure, the colony nearly disbanded without his leadership. After a few more rocky years and an infusion of more settlers from England, Jamestown recovered, but as more English settlers migrated to the region, other towns soon overtook Jamestown in importance, and the Virginia capital moved to Williamsburg in 1698. Jamestown virtually disappeared, and the site of the original stockade later became a farm before it was rescued by historical preservationists. Some additional facts. 1. Smith had an unfortunate habit of being taken prisoner. Prior to coming to the Americas, he had been employed as a mercenary in Europe, where he was captured in Hungary and sold as a slave to the Turkish Pasha before eventually escaping. 2. In a later expedition to North America in 1614, Smith explored the coastline of the region north of Virginia, which he dubbed New England. And finally, Smith claimed that Pocahontas, the young teenage daughter of the powerful Paladin chief, saved his life by stopping her father from executing him. Pocahontas married one of the Jamestown settlers, John Rolfe, in 1614, and visited England with him in 1616.